Welcome back, once again, adventurers, to Let's Play Chaos Child. And in the last episode, turns out that Takuru's ability to move a book with his mind powers was nothing more than a byproduct of his own unconscious imagination. In reality, no such thing happened, which is sad when you think about it, but then again, it only leads credence to the possibility that Takuru wasn't the one who managed to unlock the doors at the AH Tokyo General Hospital or the Love Hotel way back when. And also, to cut a long story short, Gen showed up, dropped off another edition of Cool Cat Press, and then buggered off with 500 yen in his pocket. Let's see what's happening now.
終わり。
We're back at Aoba Clinic with Kurusu.
ありがとう、ゆい。悪いわね。
Yeah, Seriko also said to Takuru that she basically told Kurusu everything that had happened down in the facility, and as well as the conversation between them and Mio and Hanai. Yeah.
いいっていいって。のの姉にはいつもいろいろ任せっきりなんだもん。私だってもう子供じゃないんだし、こういう時くらい頼ってよ。
Oh, someone has to fill in for Takuru, I guess. Yui smiled as she finished disinfecting the wound and applying the gauze. Nono was a little surprised to see her smile look just like an adult's. Yui and Yuto had come to the Aoba Dorm at almost the same time as Nono and Takuru. At first they were still young, and it took them time to get used to life here, but now they were an indispensable part of life at the dorm. Of course, it had been 6 years now, so perhaps that was only natural. That's right, Takuru told herself. People can get used to anything. Most people, at least. Nono thought about how, it is Nono, hence non, as Serika pronounces a not no-no, as I've probably been saying at these past few episodes. Anyway, ranting aside, Nono thought about how long 6 years really was and softly patted Yui on the head. 6 years is actually quite a long time to answer that thought.
どうしたの？ののね。なんでもない。大きくなったなって。何？急に。だからなんでもないんだって。ちょっと思っただけ。
And at the same time, she thought to herself, I have to protect this, no matter what. The things she'd built up over the last 6 years, her family, and
いいののね。また勝手に動き回って悪化させちゃダメなんだからね。
the way Yui stood up when she talked was just like Nono did. It felt a little embarrassing to watch.
ごめん。
Yeah, they take after you rather well, Kurusu.
それにしてもタクル兄もタクル兄だよね。痛がってるのの姉を置いてどっか行っちゃうなんて。口では文句ばっかり言っててもタクル兄は本当は優しい人だって思ってたのにさ。そう言わないであげてユイ。タクルはタクルなりにいろいろあるのよ、きっと。
That's one way of phrasing it.
いろいろって？それは。
Yeah, well, now you've done it, Kurusu. Kurusu knew that Takuru didn't want to hurt her. Takuru was just struggling as hard as he could against the circumstances he found himself in, against the world. But
わからないけどいろいろよ、いろいろ。変なの？
he still didn't realize that sometimes the only thing that brought was sadness. They kept Takuru's past a secret for his own sake, which violates the second rule that Sakuma had established for the dorm and the clinic. There was nothing to be gained from digging up the truths of the past. However, Takuru knew that. Did he? So why? Well, because it hurts.
とにかくもうしばらく安静にしておくこと。これは父さんからの命令でもあるんだから。わかった？
Sakuma laying down the law for once.
はいはい。返事は1回。はい、わかりました。よろしい。
Trying a little too hard there, methinks. Yui said the line that normally Kurusu would say, then left the room. Kurusu chuckled as she watched her go. And then she took the phone off the side table. A moment after she turned it on, the phone's wallpaper appeared. It was a photo of her family. Her, Dad, Yui, Yuto, Yui, and Takuru, with a blank expression on his face. But he has a smile too, so it was one of her most important treasures. Yeah, the same photo that Takuru has on his phone, which is now missing. But lo and behold, that basically means that there are two photos, or two copies of the photos, unless Sakuma has one on his phone, in which case, but then would he have a smartphone? Probably. Yeah, because in this day and age, even Sakuma would need to have a smartphone to keep up with business, but I'm rambling. She stared at it for a long time, then after a moment's hesitation, opened the photo gallery on the phone. There was Takuru, mixed in with, along with many of her other memories. He had the same flat look on his face, and it almost made her laugh out loud. At the very bottom of the gallery was a picture dated a long, long time ago. It was taken 6 years ago, just before the earthquake. There were 3 children in the picture. Nano, Kawahara, and one more. And then she heard a knock at the door. She quickly hid the phone behind her back.
のの姉ちゃん、いい？
And
何？
Kyuto.
お友達が来てるよ。お見舞いだって。
Ah. Yeah. Funny you should bring that up, because um, the third person along with Kurusu and Kawahara from that elementary school was none other than Senri. And, speaking of which, Kurusu, we have something to tell you. She's still alive.
友達？
Yeah, she didn't perish during the earthquake. Oh God. I have a serious pit in my stomach.
やっほ
Oh, it's just Erica. Oh, I was actually genuinely worried there for a moment. Oh, Phil, don't, please. Part of me has a feeling that something like that would happen, some twist, but it's just Erica. Serica softly opened the door and came inside, although my earlier words still stand.
元気だったらこうして寝てないから。
And it's a very honest, straightforward answer there, Kurusu.
ああ、そっか。じゃあまたにするね。
Not that she doesn't appreciate
冗
the
談よ
effort.
冗談。入って。うん。
Serica came inside, moving a little more carefully and softly than she usually did. She sat down next to the bed.
お茶とか持ってきた方がいい？
How very thoughtful of you, Yuto.
いいよ。お構いなく。
Yeah, she just chugged one of Takuru's mountain views before coming here.
あ
Because
りが
of
とう、ゆう
course.
と。うん。じゃあ。
And he's gone.
へへへ。
Serica smiled as she watched the door close.
何？ゆうとくんもしっかりしてきたなーって。まだ甘えん坊だけどね。
Yuto was shy, particularly around people older than him, but he seemed okay with Serica. It was probably because Serica had been around Sorry, that was a weird pronunciation of Takuru for so long.
それで？え？ここに来た理由よ。
Yeah. Sharp as a tack, Kurusu is.
お見舞い。怪我の具合なら電話でも話したでしょ。なのにわざわざ来るなんて。やっぱのんちゃんにはかなわないな。
No, you can't. And, well, you're not scared of, Kurusu, unlike a certain Shinji Ito, who cannot shut up when he's scared.
で、どうしたの？ちょっとね。のんちゃんの様子がおかしいなって思って。私が？
She was uncharacteristically subdued. which is rare for Kurusu.
うん。電話の声がね、元気がないなって。
何言ってるの。怪我してるんだから元気がないのは当たり前でしょ。
それはそうなんだけど、なんて言ったらいいかな。とにかく変だなって思ったの。だから来たの。
セリカ。
I guess I can't fool you either, Nono thought to herself.
のんちゃん？
Yeah, she's still worried about Takuru.
どうしたの？具合悪い？
そうじゃない。そうじゃないの。ただ。
Nono hesitated for a moment, then slowly took the phone from out behind her back. There was only one thought in her heart. I have to protect everyone. That was all. If she couldn't change things, they'd be put in danger. Takuru, her family, the rest of the newspaper club. So Nono made her decision. What she couldn't say until now. What she didn't say until now. She would tell everyone.
のんちゃん？
セリカ、言ってたわよね。例の病院の地下で、南沢千里っていう子の情報を見たって。
Yeah, Serica told her about Senri.
うん。
これ。
It was the picture Nono had been looking at a moment ago. There was Nono Kurusu, Masashi Kawahara, and one more child.
のんちゃん、これって。
There she is. Senri Minamisawa. What Kurusu doesn't know is that Senri is still alive. And worse.
それではここでもう一度こちらの歴史シールがどういうものかを見てみましょう。
I was about to say, before I was interrupted by the anchor talking about the sumo stickers once again, was that Senri Minamisawa is the one who is hunting down Takuru Miyashiro.
まずこの
Let's see what the
歴
news
史
has
シー
to
ルと
say.
いうものが最初に街中に貼られ始めたのは2007年頃だそうですが、果たして誰が何のために貼り始めたものなのか詳しいことは分かっていません。
2007, the year that Takuru and Serica broke to the facility by means unknown. Also, I remember 2007. It was an interesting year. Also the year that I graduated from high school.
ただのいたず
But
らだとも
that's not
あ
important.
るいは宗教的呪術的な意味があるとも言われていますが、それも単なる噂の域を出ません。
Yes, indeed. Just rumors.
ただこの歴史シールが最近になって大量に貼られ始めたのには何らかのメッセージが込められているのではないかとインターネットなどでは話題になっているということですが、
Yeah, they definitely have been proliferating as of late.
ここで若者のサブカルチャーなどに詳しいゲストの方を。
ここも
誰が何のためにやってるのかわからないなんて気味悪いですよね。
But it is rather peculiar that so many people are only now just talking about the sumo
こ
stickers
こも
all at once. Also, we're back with Takuru again.
この歴史シールと言われるものがデザイン的にどうであるかという点を考えてみますと、
Yeah, it's one thing for different media outlets to share news, but for them to pretty much go this far. Every channel I looked at was talking about the sumo stickers. The world was talking about the sumo stickers a lot more than I expected them to. It's almost as if that was by design. Everyone was getting excited over old news and old theories. But none of them had reached the same conclusion I had yet, and I don't think they're going to. Well, of course they hadn't. It was way too far-fetched. But a while ago, I've been confident, but that confidence has been severely drained. I've been sure of my theory, and Kurusu and Arimura had confirmed it.
けど
Yeah. The problem lies with the fact that you don't have the power they think you have. You do have the power, or a power. I didn't believe in it anymore, or more specifically, I didn't want to believe it. Because if those powers existed, it meant that I might be a victim too. But there is nothing you can do about that, for it has already happened. I might eat my own hand or rip open my own stomach and shove a speaker inside or have my head ripped off, or my stomach filled with pieces of paper with faces on them, or something even more horrific. I might meet the same end as all the others. A sliced arm. A bloody stomach. A severed head falling off its neck. Eyes that wept blood. A wide open mouth. The sumo stickers pouring out of it. If that happened to me,
やだやだやだやだやだやだやだやだやだやだ
we've already come so far. No way, I don't want that, no.
ではもう一度実物をご覧いただきましょう。これが歴史シールと言われるものですが、
And they're still talking about them. A close-up of the sumo sticker appeared on the screen as the announcer spoke. The instant I saw it, I leapt up from my chair, hallucinating that all the nightmares that I'd seen so far were rebooting and attacking me. I closed my eyes so that I couldn't see the sticker. Yeah, Takuru's not doing so well.
一説によりますと、これはデザイン学校の学生が自己表現のために貼り始めたという話もありますが、どんな理由であれ迷惑行為であることに変わりはありません。
Yeah, and still gossip. I fearfully opened my eyes and tried to catch my breath. The sticker on the screen was still staring at me with its creepy face, but nothing had happened to me.
あれは偽物だ。
A fake sumo sticker? Could that be the one that, Watabe had taken? Did he forge it? I'd seen the 11th Rorschach image in the basement of that hospital. That was the real sumo sticker, and it had a terrifying effect on me. But many of the stickers that were showing up around town were fakes, put up by people hoping to be a part of the latest fad. I also noticed that Takuru has clearly taken the one that was on his trailer off. They had no effect at all on me, except for that one that I just mentioned, that,
脅かすなよ、くそ。
yeah, we'll, leave that be.
どうしたの？
And it's Serika to the rescue. I finally calmed down, so when I heard a loud voice next to me, I jumped up again.
大丈夫？タク？
It's just Serika. I recognized the voice, but still I fearfully turned around.
ねえ、何かあったの？
っておのえかよ。
Indeed. I suddenly felt so tired that I almost dropped straight to the ground, but managed to stop myself.
いきなり何なんだよお前は。
それは私が言いたいよ。タクってば外に聞こえるくらい大きな声出して、近所のみんなびっくりしてるよ。
今のはその発声練習だ。
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna buy that.
本当に？
Or maybe? Not a good idea. Serika looked at me, worried.
でもタク、顔が真っ青。ひどい汗だし。
Serika took a handkerchief out of her pocket and tried to wipe away my sweat.
いいよ、自分でやるから。
I grabbed the handkerchief from her and scrubbed the sweat off my forehead.
これ 明日洗って返すから。
気にしなくて OK だよ。タクの汗だったら汚いとか思わないし。
少しは気にしろよ。で、こんな時間に何の用だ？
Yeah, I think I can guess. Wait. I put the handkerchief in my pocket. Her face took on a much more serious expression than usual as she slowly began to talk.
のんちゃんの話をね、聞いてあげてほしいの。
About what?
クルスの今から？
のんちゃんはね、明日でいいって、学校が終わったら青葉寮に来てほしいって言ってるけど。
This isn't going to be a pretty conversation, especially
でも
considering the
本当は
subject.
タクにすぐにでも聞いてほしいんじゃないかなって思うんだ。
そんなに大事なことなのか？
Oh, very important. Very vitally important.
うん、私が話しちゃってもいいんだけど、のんちゃん自分でお話ししたいって。
そうか。
Yeah, it is a revelation that will definitely shock your mind, Takuru. Serika never took anything this seriously, but this is different. Very different. Must have been something important. Obviously.
わかった。これから青葉寮へ行ってみる。
オッケー。さすがタク、優しいね。
She grinned and giggled a little, then grabbed the handkerchief out of my pocket.
いい日からいいから、タクの汗の匂いをじっくり堪能するんだ。
We thought Shinji was the one with the strange fetish.
やめろよ。
それじゃあまた明日。
He squeezed her Garofroggy strap to say goodbye, then spun around and left the RV.
たく。
I watched her go until she was out of the park.
クルスの大切な話。
Indeed. Indeed she does, Takuru. As soon as she was gone, I tried to think. What could she want? Well, that only Nono Kurusu could tell. Did it have something to do with what happened? Oh, it has everything to do with what's happened. The idea scared me a little, so I got ready as soon as I could and left the RV. I hurried down the usual route I took to the Aoba Dorm. But... it's quiet. Oh God. Something was different. That's ominous. Something wasn't the same as it had been before. Something was wrong. I just come by this path on the way home from school, but... So what was this strange, dissonant feeling? Of course. The sumo stickers.
本物
They're everywhere. The walls, the fence, the street lights. Stickers were staring at me from all directions. And all of them were real. Not one of them was fake. None with moustaches, pencil drawings, or anything like that. It was that eerie 11th Rorschach image. Oh god. The scenery in front of me suddenly warped and twisted. I felt the mountain view I just drank coming back up my throat, and I tried my best to keep it down. Unfortunately, our best isn't good enough.
やめろ見るなよ僕を見るな僕は能力者なんかじゃないお前たちに狙われることなんてないんだ
Unfortunately, that's not true. No, even if Arimoto and Kunosato were right, and I did have some kind of power, it was only a tiny little power, which I couldn't master and wasn't even good for anything.
だから僕なんか狙っても意味ないんだよやめてくれよ
And a blood-curdling cry. And it only gets worse. I heard a strange voice from somewhere, amid the bloody haze, like a cat in heat. No, this was a terrible analogy, but what the sound is... It was the sound of a baby crying? But I doubted there were any babies in this park. So what was that voice? One might say it's a ChäoS child. Yeah, I'll stop. Even if it is true. And then all the stickers that were staring at me. Oh god, no, not again. Smiled. And then slowly, their eyes. Yep, it's happening again. Opened. It's happening again. It wasn't a fluke. Whose eyes are those eyes? See what you made me do, sumo stickers? You made me say that. Well, maybe, maybe not, but I digress. The nightmare returns. I ran as fast as I could, not caring where I went, Probably should run to the dorm. I just needed to escape from the 11th Rorschach somehow. But everywhere we go, they are watching. No matter where I went. Even here too. No matter where I went. They're always watching. Here. And here too. All over Shibuya. And here. There were so many of them. Were there really this many sumo stickers in Shibuya? Yes, there are. How did I never notice? Yeah, that's because they were cleverly concealed among the fad-drawn fakes. There's no going back now. No matter where I went, it was like they were following me. All with that soulless gaze. And I believe on that note, it is time to end this episode of Let's Play ChäoS Child. And when we return, adventurers, hopefully Takuru can momentarily escape from this ordeal. And hopefully reach Aoba Dorm. As always, until next we meet.